you to this story now. The Weather Service has issued alerts for severe thunderstorms in parts of the Eastern Cape. Officials say strong winds and heavy rain could cause substantial damage to key infrastructure. Our reporter Ronald Masinda is in East London. He joins us now live for more. Ronald, in terms of what you showed us a little earlier on, it was already pouring. What are community members telling you they are doing to try and protect themselves from, what Mother Nature can do and what we've seen in recent years?
Good afternoon once again, Maseko. So the good news for now is that we are seeing a bit of sunshine after 3 days of persistent rain. But coming to your question, we did manage to go to Zibonele informal settlement near Scenery Park, and this is where community members were saying that some of them had to evacuate their homes due to flooding. They want the assistance of the Buffalo City Metro. But just to provide some context as to where we are, we're near the Nahoon River. This is where the river was actually overflowing earlier. It's a bit better now, but there are cautions sent to motorists not to try and cross this river. To give you a bit of more context, that last year, January, 5 people drowned at this river, 4 workers and a diver. But just on regards to an update from the municipality, I am joined by the communications head, Mr. Samkelo Wenya. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Just give us an update, the extent of the damage the recent rains have caused.
Well, we've had 3 persistent rain thus far. So far, it's been non-stop, but fortunately for us, it's not as been heavy. However, it is affecting every household that is in the low-lying areas, and those are the people that are mainly affected. And of course, we've got areas like these that are also non-negotiable when it comes to crossing. So there's a few streets that we're monitoring, including this one, where we're cautioning people, and we are on high alert so that if anything happens, we can actually act on it.
Since we spent a bit of time here, we saw quite a few stubborn people trying to cross this river. Shouldn't then we see some sort of law enforcement trying to stop people?
Well, we did come here earlier when it was quite high to try and turn people away, but we can't be here all the time. With other areas that we're putting traffic officers are. It depends really on how busy the streets is. But in this one, I think people should be able to measure, especially if you've got a low car like the one that turned away. Be able to have a look at it, but at the end of the day, it does tells you that the bridge is actually not safe when it comes to this type of weather.
Of course, people living in informal settlements will probably be the hardest hit in any situation where there are heavy rains. I mean, we met people at an informal settlement in Scenery Park. They say that they've been without services there. They invaded the land back in 2015. Will you look into their issues?
That's the thing, isn't it? The invasion of land that's not suitable for housing. It's one of our biggest headaches in our metro. But of course, we cannot throw those people away. We have to take actions against them, particularly in areas like this. That's why we've got standby teams. If the land is suitable enough, we will build. But I'm sure the area that you're talking about is not suitable for habitation. But what we've done is looked at our parcels of land and to see where we can relocate people. And of course, it's a moving target. So those that are in that type of an area will look into it. But there are those that were moving, but ultimately we're issuing a warning to people, particularly those that built without our knowledge, to be wary for conditions like these.
While we were also there, we also witnessed, sadly, stormwater drains still being used as dumping sites. Are you creating enough awareness with regards to this issue?
It's non-stop. It's a very big challenge for us because whatever people put in there, they clog the system. But, we've got things that we do, we've got programs that we do, but ultimately, again, for as long as people are dumping in our drains, it's gonna cause, these floods. But we are working on that program. It's a program that we have. We've put in budget in the next financial year on that, and we target particular streets like Ford Street in Dagen Village and some of those areas where we can actually go in and take those things out. But for as long as people are dumping, we'll always face that challenge.
All right. Samkelo, lastly, how unusual is it to experience so much rain this time of the year?
It's a shock to our system. East London doesn't really get rain in winter. We're a summer coastal city, so it's quite a shock in our system. But we of course are up for it. We've got disaster management set up for it. But I think we are hoping that this is the last of it. hopefully the weather services is going to concur with us.
All right, thank you so much indeed. That was Zamkelo Ngwenya, the communications head here at the Buffalo City Metro. And it seems at this stage, Masego, that the worst is over.
All right, Ronald Masinda live for us there in East London in the Eastern Cape, where residents are bracing for damaging heavy rains and strong winds. But of course, at the moment, as you saw from Ronald Masinda, it looks like that has subsided for now.